everybody, and welcome to once another edition of Brapid Fire, the show.
Once another edition of Brapid Fire.
I don't know. We have to say words into the microphone, and Marty's got to spin in his chair. That's all we do here.
You do a full sentence spin.
I'm Max. That's Brian. That's Marty. We're doing this thing. We go on the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group.
Can I say something real quick? What? Because anyone here, it doesn't matter.
Why don't we start pulling questions from YouTube?
We did look at the bottom question.
This is not a sponsorships thing. At IGM, we have a machine, and they sell iced coffees in it, right? And this one is called Jittery John's Vietnamese iced coffee cold brew. It was very good. I will say it's delicious.
Old JJ's?
It's got whole milk, JJ's concentrate, and condensed milk, and chicory, which is the secret ingredient. A lot of you're not really familiar with, but you should be familiar with chicory because it's great.
It's a weird leaf that they put in the coffee and the
shake gently and enjoy. I did all those things. I drank about half of it. In the middle of the episode, podcast beyond, I started feeling a little woozy, a little funny in the neck. So I looked down. What did I see? Expired 9/12/17. It's a literal goddamn month ago. So if I start yakking up sheep in the middle of this episode, or just pulling out a carpet of cheese.
Happy 1 month anniversary to this coffee.
And also, it does look like a baby's diarrhea.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
that part in
that's for sure.
The Spy Who Shagged Me with the fat bastard and his feces.
Yeah,
all right.
Jittery John's vomit water.
Great. I'm glad we're off to a real good professional start for this serious show about video games. Anyway, Mike Candelora says, "What's your favorite bad horror movie?"
I really like, this isn't a horror movie, so this is a cheat, but I really like the TV show Goosebumps, and I really liked Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Which, if you go back and watch, are both just terrible.
Really?
Just really like illegally bad.
I remember there was some episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark that like legit had me shook.
That show's also just incredibly Canadian, and you didn't realize it as a child because you didn't know what Canada sounds like.
That's what was scary about it.
I watched a horror movie once that was based on a bit that Patton Oswalt, the stand-up comedian, did called Deathbed, the bed that eats people. And it's like a legit scary movie. Like I rented it back on like ye old Netflix where they would just send you discs and forget about you. And I think it's Eastern European horror movie where there's this bed and breakfast where there's a bed and these couples stay in it, and when they sleep in it, it's like basically made of stomach acid and it dissolves them and kills them and spits out the bones. But like it's so old and so creepy and so low budget that it's like actually kind of scary. And like if I ever walked upon a bed and breakfast like in the Australian hills and saw a place that looked like this, I'd be freaked out about the beds eating me.
Australian hills?
Yeah.
Austrian, you know what I mean? Close enough. Oh, the milk's kicking in.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I watch a lot of bad stupid. I like Manos: The Hands of Fate. You guys ever seen that?
Yeah, that's a good old trash one.
Basically unwatchable without the Mystery Science Theater commentary.
Yeah.
I love that one because they introduced that and they're like, hey, normally we do commentaries of bad movies. We apologize for this one. We might have gone too far.
Yeah.
The story with that movie, fascinating story. A fertilizer salesman and a movie writer got in a bar argument. And the fertilizer salesman was like, I could write a movie. Anybody could write a movie. And he wrote Manos: The Hands of Fate, which is a movie so bad that it actually sort of killed a guy. The main monster in that is this dude Torgo, who's got big knees. They were trying to make it look like he had goat legs, but they just gave him big legs.
Yeah, he's got big knees.
And he walks out and plays this like funky music. But the dude who has to wear these funny legs on his pants in the movie, he got his legs all screwed up, and he started getting addicted to painkillers and wound up just getting very sick and dying. And he wasn't like an actor. He was a dude who got conned into being in this horror movie by a fertilizer salesman and wearing fake prosthetic goat legs that ruined his knees.
I feel like that's a biblical allegory.
It's the legs of fate.
Man, it was the hands of fate.
I really like I Know What You Did Last Summer because when I was 12, I thought Jennifer Love Hewitt was very pretty.
Yeah. I really phoned in a Halloween costume one year and just wore a raincoat and carried a plastic suit.
I phoned in my Halloween costume so hard this year. So
Did
hard.
you?
Oh,
Max and I
God,
were just talking about that.
Oh,
You guys like went hard last year.
I went hard the last few years. I really busted my ass. I was like painting and sculpting and making stuff.
Yeah.
Like I made an everlasting gobstopper for my Willy Wonka costume last year. Made like a chocolate bar with a golden ticket and everything. This year I just went on Amazon and I was like, costume.
First one.
I have nothing left. Take what you got. What, $22 shipped, prime delivery? Bring it out on a Saturday, 2 weeks before Halloween. I'm gonna wear it in the apartment all day. Yeah.
All right.
Can we curse on this?
Why not? You already swore a bunch about that child diarrhea. Steve Spag says, if you had to make a career change, what would you jump into?
Probably podcasting. I mean,
it's not really, you're doing your
Yeah,
own
it's
podcast
literally one of your careers.
You're literally doing that.
I did podcast about a different thing than this. That's not what I'm doing right now.
Animal
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the #1 podcast about flutes.
If you weren't on the internet.
Probably open a bed and breakfast in the Australian.
I'd be a bartender. I'd work at a bookstore.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'd work at a
Worked at a
used
bookstore,
bookstore.
it sucked.
I'm not going to work at that bookstore.
Why did it suck? It was heavy.
It was a bookstore.
It was heavy.
Books are heavy.
Books are incredibly heavy.
Yeah.
Some of the lighter
Bricks
ones.
you can read. That's what they should call books.
They call them the featherbacks, the very light paperweights.
I'd make it my goal to burn down every Babbage. I'd destroy all the Babbages.
There's no Babbages left.
Then
You'd
my
be out
goal-
of work in like a day and a half, dude.
Oh no.
There's probably one Babbage left in the whole country.
I have to
Think
find
there's
it.
a Babbage?
Yeah.
People who don't know, Babbage is like basically old GameStop. It's like GameStop episode 1, the Phantom Babbage.
Actually named after Charles Babbage, who invented the difference engine.
No, it's
What?
not.
First computer
Wait.
was made entirely out of
There was a
wheels.
bad name Babbage?
Yeah, Charles Babbage.
What?
Babbages.
It's named after like a dude who invented steampunk computers.
Do you know Gary Garbage invented the garbage?
Gary Garbage.
What was that?
Gary Garbage, inventor of the garbage.
Inventor of the garbage?
What are we doing all this garbage? Hey, that's me.
All right.
That's how I got invented.
Michael Britton says, "What did Max do to that nice Renaissance fair lady to make him hate him so? Make her hate him?" Yeah. For context that doesn't make me sound like a criminal, I went to the Renaissance fair this weekend.
Thank you for saying the full title. Everyone's in it's such a rush to go back in time that they say Ren Fair. Oh, I gotta go to the Ren. We're gonna go 800 years back in time. I better save 4 seconds. Call it a Ren Fair. Meet Gary Garbage.
Apparently, people who go to those things, the hardcore people, they're called Rennies. They're like, oh, the
Yeah.
Rennies.
I call them a bunch of Stimpies. That's what I call them.
Yeah, Rennie is the name of a foreign like an acid I bought at an airport when I was laid over. So I was like, "What do you have that's like Pepto Bismol?" They're like, "We only got Rennies," and I was like,
So what was that like?
I took a photo where I didn't dress up because I didn't feel like it. I felt like dressing like it's the year of our Lord 2017 when men wear pink Hawaiian shirts and Vans slip-ons.
You dress like it's the year of our Lord 1998 in Miami.
Yeah, you think about it. 1998 was a renaissance of Hawaiian shirts.
You look like a goddamn Witcher mod.
Thanks, dog. But yeah, no, Red Fair was a hoot. It was totally like being in just like an overmodded like.
Did you say it was a hoot? You know,
was a hoot.
owls were actually the smartest creature in the land back then. They were the only ones that could
They
graduate.
used to keep bringing them like mercury, and they would get sick. That's why there aren't so many owls anymore. They all died of mercury poisoning.
Did you eat a large turkey leg?
I didn't. I had like a little meat pie, but it was good.
What? You didn't have a turkey leg?
Nah, we didn't. They had a lot of good food there.
No, no one wants a turkey leg that's roasted in the sun.
I would want a turkey leg roasted in
we
the
just
sun.
got-
I just drank old expired coffee. I'll eat anything.
We got day drunk and wandered around and just looked at people, and it was pretty funny. Like there was a petting zoo that was $5. We didn't want to pay that, so we just looked at the animals from across the fence.
What kind of animals did they have in there?
They had like a small hog, and a bunch of goats, and they had a chicken that had way too many feathers. Just
That does not sound like $5 worth of animals.
Yeah, you can see a small hog at home if you look down, man. The boy is back.
All right.
What's up? Points on the board.
All right, this Marty. This is a good question for you. Tyler Wilhelm says tips on proper bar etiquette.
Bartiquette.
Bartiquette.
Yeah, there's got to be there's good bar. One, tip $1 on every drink.
Yeah.
Even if you get a beer, even if you get a shot, tip $1 on every drink.
Or at an open bar, tip a bunch at the top.
Oh
When
yeah,
you
and then
first
they're gonna
walk
give you
in.
the best service ever.
Walk in, hand the man $20, and then you'll be good on.
Yeah, treat all bartenders, even if it's at like weddings,
Yep.
even if it's any occasion.
Don't order nonsense.
Don't order nonsense, especially on a Friday.
Don't order 20 ingredients nonsense that that has to be made with like it's got like a rosemary garnish.
Don't
and all
order
that.
a thing if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, don't order anything with more than like 3 ingredients.
Yeah, don't try
One
to
of them
impress
dies.
people with your orders.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Be nice.
Don't get like hot toddies at like 7 p.m.
If you drop a glass on the floor and it shatters, don't try to pick it up. Just tell someone.
Tell 'em,
Because if
let
you
'em
cut
know.
yourself, then you're going to sue them.
Yeah,
Don't get blood anywhere. Don't drop
blood
glasses
anywhere.
either.
Don't
Yeah.
poop at the bar. God,
Yeah, don't take dunks at the bar.
A lot of people poop at the bar. Don't poop at the bar.
Yeah.
Poop at home.
Yeah.
What is wrong with your life that you didn't space that out?
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm gonna go out tonight. Everything. Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta poop at the bar. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Don't.
That's like I think that's the premise of an unproduced Rob Schneider movie.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
guy who poops at the bar.
Yeah, poop
Yeah.
at the bar by Rob Schneider and Gary Garbage.
poop at a bar. Poop at a
That's
festival.
poop at a
good.
bar.
I remember when I like first started going to bars, I just was like, there is this sort of invisible etiquette there, and there's this sort of like, oh, you don't know. I don't know, like you don't stand there like waving money around. You just
Yeah.
gotta wait to make eye contact with the bartender, and it's like, I don't know, you're like afraid they're gonna judge you. It's like they're
They're not going to judge you.
Yeah.
And also, once you get their attention, know what you want.
Yeah.
Don't stay. I hate the same people at a coffee shop. They'll be in line for 5 minutes and then they get to the front and they're like, I don't know what I want. I'm like, what were you just doing for the last 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Be nice to the bouncers too.
Nice to
like on
bouncers.
your way in, on your way out. Just be nice. You'll see them a lot.
Also, when you get carded, don't throw up a fuss and be like, oh, I'm 24. It's like, doesn't matter. They legally have to card you. Just get carded.
Yeah,
exactly.
Bring your ID with you.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't be a character.
Don't drop your hot dogs in there either.
Oh man,
If you bring a hot dog into a bar,
that's a key one.
put it in your
bring like 4 or 5 hot dogs with you to the bar.
Yeah.
And if anyone hassles you, just offer them a hot dog as a sort of a pleasant peace
Yeah.
offering.
What I like to do is I take 5 hot dogs, I put it in my left hand, and when people go to shake my hand with their dirty bar hands, I put the hot dogs out and they shake the hot dog hand, and they're like, "Oh wow, what a good handshake that man has."
See, I'm not wild about the strange
No
touching
germs.
all my 5 hot dogs, so I get one of those like cigar aficionados traveling case for their different Cubans, and I
Yep.
put all the hot dogs in there.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Have you ever like snipped the end off the hot dog like they do with the cigars?
You mean like a little Vienna sausage?
Yeah, the Hebrew Nationals.
Yeah. Anyway, Richard White asks. Also, I don't know what that.
I think he asked 2 questions and I
Okay.
just took one.
Good. Did you guys see Blade Runner 2049? Thoughts?
Loved it.
So
Yeah,
without doing the spoiler spooks, I think we all loved it.
Adored it. Yeah.
Brown and I did a section on Up at Noon last week, which apparently blew up over the weekend. And I think more people watched that breakout than actually saw Blade Runner in theaters.
Yeah.
But we just talked about how it's like a perfect sci-fi movie. It's Blade Runner's not fun. It's like a serious kind of thing you got to chew on. It's like getting a
I think the marketing job on this movie did a terrible job of sort of leading expectations to the average American moviegoer that this is going to be a balls to the wall action movie with crazy car chases and like sexy ladies, and
which
it's like
scared off Blade Runner fans.
Yeah.
And I've got friends who are like hardcore into that kind of thing. Like a dude I know who actually was almost did like concept art for a Ridley Scott movie to tell exactly how like in line with that kind of thing he is. He was like, "Should I check it out?" I was like, "Are you kidding me? Go see it. Of course. This is for you. This is your kind of movie."
It's also such an awesome theatrical experience.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
the
God,
movie is
it's
so
IMAX.
gorgeous and so like the sound design's so incredible.
Oh my god, it's so good. This
Hans Zimmer kicked my ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that guy's noises.
Go see that.
From YouTube, Byron Butterfield said, "If you could only have one PlayStation and its entire catalog of games to play, which would you pick?"
I thought this was an interesting.
PS4, easy.
Is that cheating though? Like, do you get any backwards compatible games? Do you get anything on PSN?
No, I think it would be. I think it would be like anything PSN. I don't think it would be backwards compatible, but like, yeah, because like a lot of the best PS3 games are now on PS4. Like all the Uncharted's, all the Last of Us's.
I got tons
GTA
of
5.
PS2 games for some reason. Not any PS1. I don't know why they don't have any PS1s.
Yeah.
kind of cheating, but I might say PS3 or PS4. PS2 is awesome though.
I think I would do PS4 now, and then I would do PS2, and then I think 3 and 1.
Yeah. It's gonna be weird looking back on this generation.
Yeah.
Because we're so happy about everything right now. I really love PS4. I really love what Sony's been doing this gen. I think like their lineup of exclusives have been amazing. Their alignment with third parties has been fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, next year looks incredible with God of War and Spider-Man and Detroit.
But in 2 years, 3 years, when we're playing PlayStation 5, we're gonna be like, oh, that dumb thing.
yeah.
Well, I wonder what PlayStation 5 is gonna do, if it's even gonna be called that. Whatever the next generation is. I remember at the beginning of this generation, we were sort of like, what's this going to do? And I remember thinking like, oh, it's open world, everything. And that's kind of true.
Yeah.
Last gen was all about, like, it's crazy to think that the 360 and PS3 launched before social media.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, how do we integrate people being friends over the internet with our way that you become friends with people over the internet? And then this generation started up, and it's like, hey, there's a button you push to share this on Twitter,
which is awesome. Yeah, I think that the main thing I want to move on from is there's still like this level of jank with the OS.
Oh yeah,
it just happens. Like their store is still not good. You and I were talking about the store before. I don't like the store. I don't like the vertical column of letters that you have to search.
Cumbersome
like,
as hell.
No one has ever searched anything like that. But I love my PS4. I love a lot of what it's doing. I think it's just a little like rough around the edges in that department.
Yeah.
And if they streamline that for PlayStation 5, I'm all in. Everything else is sort of secondary.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the improvements, in addition to just sort of games being able to like run on whatever. I mean, it seems like they're much better. Like PS3 was like, hey, can you port it over? And they're like, no, that's not going to happen. This one, it's like, it's everything sort of under the hood as a PC, I guess.
Sure.
But,
rest mode is the hot shit.
Yeah, it's
dude,
all
I love that.
Stupid thing to think about.
Yeah.
No, it's all
so
like
good.
Just quality of life improvements. Like we've got, it's wireless controllers that recharge and they just plug it into the thing.
Well, and I just love the fact that like I can watch Netflix and then come back to South Park and I'm instantly exactly where I was.
And watching, like listening to Spotify, like you can listen to podcasts or whatever in the background. Like I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's I don't know, it's the little tiny tweaks and
yeah.
So yeah, I like these new boxes we have.
Yeah, they're good. But there's some good
4
boxes.
years now.
Yeah,
There's some good boxes.
yeah.
Anyway, that was a Brapid Fire. We did it. That's the end of it. Also, I guess the day's over now. We can go home to our nests.
I thought you were gonna.
All right.
Our wives. I don't have wives.
You don't have wives.
Yeah, but you can leave if you have rapid fire questions for next week. You can leave them in the comments of this very video,
Yes.
or in our Facebook group,
Yes.
facebook.com/.
If you have an offering for the wise old owl, just bring a palm full of mercury to his den.
Why do you keep threatening the
And
owl?
when you throw out the trash tonight, you give a little wink to Gary Garbage, inventor of the garbage.
Yeah, he's been out there. He's been doing real good out there.
Some say he's down at the bottom of every trash can, looking up at you.
Gary Garbage can be tricky to track down because he disguises himself as a bin and holds perfectly still. Marty left.
He's gone.
Anyway, that's the end of this video.
We did a really good video this time.
I don't think it was that great.
I think it's probably one of our best ones.
I think it's one of the funnest films. We got several short films a week. Every week, come on by lots of different videos.
What's that, Oliver Stone? Yeah, we'll turn this episode into
Hang
your
up
next
right
movie.
now.
No?
I read the news about that man. He's been up
Is
to
he
no
bad?
good.
He's a